Grana we Bong, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related. And today on my channel we're going to be taking a look at the Toyworld Bulldog, which is the tank that stands outside Anthony Hopkins' house in the Transformers The Last Night movie. Kicking off as we always do with the packaging, and this is some beautiful looking packaging. This is my first product from Toyworld ever, and I really do like this packaging. This artwork on this is awesome. You got the hand-drawn artwork here and on the back of him in his bot and alt mode. I've gone for the German army kind of winter look here because I really like the way that the paint looked on this one. I might actually pick up another one. A little hint here, I really do like this figure. The TWFS01SG on the front there, and then we also have movie series Bulldog Mark 1 Tanks of World War One. So this is Tanks of World War One, Bulldog, Toyworld. At the top we have Explosive Bulldog, and then we have TWFS01SG movie series, and then on the side we have the same artwork, Toyworld Bulldog blah 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 Bulldog, Bulldog, and then on the back we have product shots, a couple of QR codes, and then also don't eat your children because they have small parts. The inside of the Toyworld one comes in the beautiful, really nice foam packaging in the top here. Love that foam packaging there. Also comes with postcard type affair. I guess it's like a customer survey. I guess I should have scanned the QR code maybe, but I didn't. Also comes with some destructions. Destructions here are the destructions that I like. The kind of worksheet format for the destructions. Pretty cool, pretty nice. Not the most difficult transformation. And on the back there's like a little instructions about how to be happy. Again, there's a little QR code there on the back, and something to do with the videos as well. So all in all, a really good packaging. You also get another little purple piece, I guess, that goes with this, about being happy with your thing and having coffee with your bots. That's a good idea. Have some coffee with your bots. That's what I do every morning. And then also he comes with this piece that you can have for dioramas. I believe these are magnetic and they connect together when you get other ones. But yeah, this is a nice little piece of scenery for him to sit on when he's on my wall. Now it's time for the main event himself, and let's take a look at Bulldog. Bulldog is a German tank from World War One, and we have the iron crosses here on the side. Bulldog written on the side as well. Little tanks that come out, the tracks, everything. Highly detailed. This looks like almost like an Airfix kit. For those of you who used to do modelling when you were a kid, I certainly did. And this takes me right back to the Airfix days. Very nice detail. A couple of iron crosses there, and number 5 there. Treads don't move, unfortunately, but looks pretty good. The only thing that kind of lets it down a little and ruins the aesthetic of this is this grey plastic piece here. I really wish that wasn't there. That's the only bit that lets it down. Everything else is gorgeous. Even the bottom is painted really nicely. Out the box, this did have an aroma of fresh paint still when it came out the box, and you can feel that this is a lot of paint on this. I hope that this paint lasts and doesn't scuff, although you know it looks like it's battle damaged already, but it does feel very nice in hand. This feels like a very premium bot as well. I must say that the whole feel of the box, the feel of the plastic, the paint on it, everything feels more on like a model side rather than your normal, even some of the stuff that third party does. And this is my first ever Toyworld figure, and yeah, I can see why the price is very high on these. Articulation on this one then, not as much as you would hope, if I'm honest. There's no articulation in the tracks. This tank piece here with this cannon doesn't move at all. You get no articulation here, no real articulation here either. So for a tank, it does just kind of sit there and look pretty. There's not even any wheels on the bottom. Like I say, this has more of a model look than anything, you know, with a Hasbro figure or anything like that. You do get wheels at the bottom still. This has nothing moves, nothing articulates. It sits there and looks all pretty. Obviously it does have that accessory that I said before, and the accessory can either be kind of put behind it as a little bit of a wall to give it some scenery, or you can just place said tank on like that. Nice. Time for the comparison now, and let's start off with a G1 flywheels or Skytread, whatever you want to say. The tank version here, and you can see that he is bigger than your G1 Skytread or flywheels, whatever it is you want to call him. And then he's also smaller than your Meg, so he kind of sits in the kind of deluxe size, I guess. Transformation time then, and the first thing we're gonna do is lift up this section just here, and that kind of releases everything, and then pull everything just down and down. So there's a lot of the work in that first section there. Coming around the back here, you have one section here that you're just gonna pop up and pop this up, and then once you pop these two sections up, you can push this up and you can push this section up as well. So then you've got all this loose, and you can see that these are the hips here for this dude. Now with everything there, you can undo the hips. They'll fold out because that's how you're going to get the clearance round the side here. So you bring it round, or no, take it through and just bring that round, and then you can get the clearance that you need to bring that round. So again, it's folding this section out, bringing it kind of back on itself to get the clearance to close it down like this, just around the side, and then swinging everything through like that. So a little bit awkward just to get it past this section here, but you'll get the hang of it. Then we'll come down the bottom here, and this section here goes up, and this section here goes up. And you got these little back pieces for the feet that just are just in here, so you can stick it out and then stick this foot out as well. So you can see how the feet are starting to form. Then once you brought the back out, turn it round and bring this front piece out here. So again, this is just on a swivel, and then this is also on a swivel. So you've got the foot really starting to take shape, and then this will fold around, so you can see that the treads start to become a larger foot in this position. Again, swinging this towards the inside of the foot, and then you've really started to make the foot come in on itself. And then fold over. Last stage on the foot is just making sure that these are all the way out, and then you've got this little metal piece just in here that you're going to swing out, and then this tab here is going to connect onto this little tab. So you swing it in and then attach that to the foot there, so it makes this here, then kind of concertina this section down. All right, so there's your foot. So this is all the way out. Fold the piece of metal out there, bring it round, and just tab that in, and then it's about concertinaing it down then. You will need to maybe just adjust a few things down here just to try and make it look a little smoother, but I think that's about right for the legs. So now we come round the back of the bot, and round the back here is where we're just gonna start to pull everything down. So this section here should just pop down like this, and if we turn him around as well, this should make everything a lot easier. Now this section, we are gonna maneuver all of this stuff out. So this can get a little bit tricky. It's a bit weird the way that the arms work on this. Just make sure that you kind of pull it out instead of, there we go, otherwise his arm will just pop out of the socket. It's a little bit loose, so I'll just move it at this stage. But yeah, it's on a ball joint, so it will go back on, but you kind of have to push it out to pull it in. Putting it back in is even worse, tell me. And then this section will fold in. This section will spin around. Not the easiest to spin around though. Actually, I think last time, let me just check. I think last time I didn't turn it round here. I think I turned it round here. So don't maneuver the hips round till you've turned this around. The instructions do tell you to maneuver your hips round first, but I found the clearance is much easier with the hips like this and the legs facing that way. Then you can give your body a good old twist around, and then you've got that all in place then. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, with the gun piece up from the back firmly in here and the arms all the way up so the tab is upright and upright, you're going to tab those tabs into those two tabs there. Now just be careful with how you do this, because when you put this in like that, if you think they're in, they look in securely, you'll let go and they'll go dink. What you're listening for is a rather loud click from this section here and this section here, so that's what you're listening for. Now that's in place and that's in place. It's not just those two tabs, it's like down here as well, but you need to hear that click. Then we're going to fold in this piece and we're going to fold in this piece that I believe then you can rotate, but I don't really aesthetically know why. If I'm honest, I just leave them like that. Then this arm up, this section, and then this section as well. And it's just a matter of positioning the arms to how you want them. So here we have our fully transformed Bulldog, and what a bot this is. Absolutely gorgeous. First Toyworld figure. Very impressed by this figure. Paint again, just gorgeous. Molded detailing on this like no other. Attention to detail is absolutely amazing, mind-blowing in some cases. Let's have a look at the head sculpt here, and that is one hell of a head sculpt. You do get extra heads, which I'll show you later on, but that is a really interesting mustachioed, monocle wearing German soldier. Awesome. Love the way it's kind of rusted out here as well, with that kind of difference within the real premium paintwork that's going on this figure. As we go down, we get the two iron crosses here, and then we also get some really nice rusted out along with the white kind of snow camo look as well. The arms, the only challenge I really have with the arms is these bits, these plastic pieces. I know they look okay, and these are the joints that are moving, they get all scuffed up, but they ruin the look just a little bit, which is a shame. It would have been nice maybe on a more premium version to have these in the metal, because you do get like the metal joint here, and you get some metal joints here as well in the hinges of the legs. So if these were done in metal, I know it would have been a bit more premium, but would have just added to the look. Only downer for me. on there on this section. Then as we come down the arm, you get the cannons that are now facing off the sides of the arms, which just looks super cool. The hands look very detailed as well. I mean, look at when we go in here, look at the detailing that's on this. Moving down to the legs, and the tank tracks become the legs, and basically for me it's Johnny 5, right? Johnny 5 is alive. Bulldog is just your Johnny 5 Transformer. Really cool. He's got Johnny 5's legs and kind of an old dude's, army dude's body. Yeah, love it. Absolutely gorgeous. Before we go into the accessories on this dude, let's take a little look at all of his beautiful articulation. Start with the head, and look at that, all the way up, all the way down, full 360. Wow, that is incredible. What a beauty of a head articulation there. Arms, you'll get a full 360 here. They'll also go all the way up and down, so plenty of articulation at the shoulder. At the forearms, you'll get lowers, and then you'll also get down and up, so no real rotation there. You do get some hand articulation here, and also, oh yeah, a little bit of hand articulation there. He's got more of a claw type affair, I'll say. His fingers are put together, but he can grip, so very nice there. For me, really surprising as well that you get good waist articulation, full 360 here at the waist, which is really good. He looks like a very solid figure, and I'm very surprised that you get this waist swivel. You do get on the back, you can articulate these like this if you want. I don't know, maybe that's the look of it from the movie, but for me, I just leave them down. I mean, you get some choices. Now his legs do suffer a little bit. I mean, you can get all the way back, which is incredible. Forward, you're not going to get quite as much, obviously, just because of the way that this dude is built. But you do get very sturdy metal joints there in the side, so you can actually get some good forwards and back articulation there. You can get we can get a good pass if you take it all the way out, and you can put the big boot in, the big boss man big boot, you can put that in. So it's not actually that bad, but there's just clearance issues, and I'm very worried about scuffing any of the paint on this. The knee is, you get 2 points of articulation, so you get that articulation there, and then you get some real straight legs, so you can stretch that out. Very good. And then at the legs, you can get a little bit more height, but it just makes it look a little bit separated there, so you can get some very good out, down, and then you can also get a little bit of up and down here as well. So I mean, from these legs that look like that, you would not think you could get much articulation, but you can get some super articulation on this dude should you need it. And yeah, he is an absolute, just an absolute star. Really great. Okay, so accessories. This dude has got a lot of accessories, which is fantastic. Let's start with this. So the first thing he comes with is this, and I've seen some people say it's a flag. You could use it as a flag, but this is supposed to be a cloak. Now, it has a few challenges being a cloak. That it's crispy as hell. It's not really a flowing cloak. I mean, you can see it's got so much paint on it and makes it look really cool, but it doesn't really flow like a cloak. Now, the only way I can see to do this is by removing the head. So if we remove his head, like so, very easy. Scuffs all the paint up here, but obviously, don't worry, hidden by the head. And then you can stick this section through here, and then I believe that you stick a gun through this bit, and then you just find a holes, really. It's covered in perforations and holes, so it's just a matter of finding the right one to stick a gun through or stick something. There we go, there's one. And then, no, maybe I should put the head through first. I mean, there's no real instructions that come with this on how to make this look the best, unfortunately. And as you can see, I am struggling somewhat here. I mean, this will do for now, and then you pop his head back on. But yeah, I like the idea, but I'm not sure about, yeah, I mean, I'm just not sure about how it looks in person. The idea is very, very cool, very, very nice. I like the thought of him having a cool looking cloak, a little bit like Meg's, I guess, but yeah, it just does not work for me in the way that I think they wanted it to. And like I say, it's a bit crispy. It also comes with this, I don't know, is this, someone must have to let me know, is this supposed to be some kind of scarf for him as like an English gent or something, so that you can wrap himself up? I'm not sure if it's supposed to be, stand up dude, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a scarf, maybe, but it's, again, it's a crispy bit of material, and you can see actually there's white all over here now. It's like, yeah, looks like I've been letting it snow a little bit in the booth. So yeah, he comes with that. Then he also comes with a gun. Now the gun looks pretty nice, I have to say. Again, it's wrapped in this crispy paint stuff, but again, detailing on this gun is fan-dabby-dozy. Really nice brown handle, lots of paint, and it's actually comes in 3 different parts. So if you don't want the rest on it, you can take the rest off. And again, if you don't want the automation bit on it for some reason, then you can just have it as looking a little bit more like a sniper rifle, I guess. And this fits in his hand. You can see that the handle is okay, and he can rock it in his hand like this, but I personally don't really like the way that this looks on him for some reason. Yeah, you can see it just, I don't know what it is about the gun, but yeah, I don't really like the way that it looks on him. I don't know why. Now we have all of his different heads. So the first one, and this one, I do like this head. It has some fantastic, let's get the focus in here, there's some fantastic baby blues here that are hiding behind all of the awesome paintwork. But this reminds me of, as well, I don't know if you've seen Return to Oz, so I always call this his TikTok head, because it looks a lot like TikTok from Return to Oz. Now, he also comes with this kind of face mask, which can just be added. Again, lots of really nice paintwork, and that just, he has these little tabs on the side of the head, and then you can just apply the face mask to his head. There you can see that the other clip just clips in, so you can then pop his head back on, and then suddenly he looks more like a Hydra agent there, more like, or who was the dude from Hellboy, the assassin that didn't talk with the clockwork stuff? Yeah, that dude from Hellboy. That's a pretty good looking beast. And then finally you can remove this head, and he has another head here, which already has a gas mask, different style of gas mask on this one. Again, painted absolutely beautifully, and I really like the fact that the end of the gas mask here is a different color to everything else. It just really sets it off, and they've really thought about how everything needs to be painted. They could have just covered everything with this white paint, make everything camo, but just they've rusted out the bits that need to be rusted out. Really great. The paint is what really makes this figure for me. That looks great. And then he also comes with a World War I helmet for this, and that just sits on the top. Not quite sure which way this one goes around. There we go. Yeah, put it on. Take his head off. Always remove the head if you're going to apply anything to it. And yeah, just looks such a different look between the 3 different heads basically that you can create with this. You get such a variation of looks that you can get. Actually, it's four different heads, because you can remove the hat from this. So it's 4 different looks that you can get on this figure. Actually, having said that, it's more than 4 different looks, because the hat on this one is interchangeable with the hat from the TikTok head. So I can even put the German hat on here on this one if I really want to. So he can rock that one, and that gives it, yeah, even more of a sinister type look. And then of course we can remove this one, we can remove the face guard here, and we can give good old TikTok the head piece here. TikTok's got his headpiece on there, and then TikTok kind of looks like that. Not as enamored with that one. That one's probably the worst of them. Okay, so now time for the comparison, and first of all we'll bring out Skytread Flywheels, whatever you want to call him, from G1, and you can see that he is much bigger than your G1 figures. And then we'll also bring out the Voyager scale Megs, and you can see, like I said, he does kind of fit in around that kind of deluxe kind of size range, I guess. There, he's a little bit hunched over due to the legs and stuff. You can give him more height. Let's see if we can take him up to his full height. I don't really like the look of him. He stands a little shorter than Megs at full height, but I don't like that look, really. I like to have him a little bit hunched over. Like I said, I personally, that's how I the more Johnny 5 I can make those legs, the better. So, final thoughts on Bulldog, and would I recommend picking him up? Hell yeah. I think, you know, this is my first figure from Toyworld. They are really good figures. I can now see what the extra price points are. Certainly from a paint app alone, I can definitely feel the difference within the figure. The transformation, the quality, everything that you get with it. Beautiful. Very happy with this figure. He is at a more premium price, but I absolutely adore it. The only thing I wish, again, was that the alt mode just did a little bit more, but it more than makes up for it in the bot mode. Lovely figure. I'm not one for the live action movies either, so this one really did catch my eye, along with the rest of their World War series. So you may see a few more of the World War series appearing up on this channel, because I like the idea of it, and I certainly love this bot. Beautiful. Let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Alright guys, in a bit. Peace!